try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. Flow origami, every fold is a lesson. Never turning over, making creases into blessings. Niggas talking cheap, but the silence more expensive. When they're moving like a ghost, the real shit feels offensive. Scars from the paper cuts, blood from the ink. Legend in my mind, so I am what I think. Life is pretty crazy, yeah, it changes in the blink. Balance on the edge, I had to pull it from the brink, damn. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts.
What's up, people? It's your boy Jaron Ikner here with another episode of The Heat Check. This is a live streaming show where I listen to your music submitted through Nero and I give you my opinion. And you're probably wondering, well, who am I? My name is Jaron Ikner. I've been an artist for over 20 years at this point. I have a company called Star Trek Multimedia that specializes in all forms of media. I've been doing it for a while. I've worked with a bunch of artists. I put out 8 studio albums, about to drop my 9th here soon. I have a couple feature films under my belt, several short films. I'm an award-winning filmmaker, actually. And I have a really strong passion for storytelling and music. That's basically my spiel. And I like to listen to y'all's music because it keeps me inspired, keeps me humble. But at the same time, it's just cool to listen to what you all have. So this is, I've been doing this for pretty much throughout the year. It's probably like the most consistent thing I've been doing all year, to be honest. And yeah, the whole goal is to provide some good feedback that may or may not help you in your career, or if you just want someone to listen to your music who's a real person and not a bot, I got you. So you can actually submit your music for the next couple hours using the Nero.fan/Jaron Ikner link. There's one in the description. We're also live on Twitch this time. We tried going live on Instagram last time. That was cool. But I mean, the thing about Instagram, the reason why I don't go live on Instagram and on Facebook is because like that's like where all my people are at. Like all like my like actual like friends and family and stuff like that, who honestly, to be quite frank, most of them don't really give a crap about y'all's music like that. I'm just being real about it. Some do, like some hit me up and I tried doing it on Facebook and back in the day, but I also have like a lot of like people who just like watch me and don't participate. And so I use YouTube and Twitch and maybe TikTok. We might try TikTok next time because I have like a lot of randoms. Because I'm trying to meet new people, connect with new people, get new followers, and like build a new audience that's like not built around the 20 years of my career. It's kind of odd to explain because you figure it'd be the opposite logic where I'm just like, you know, siphoning all my fans. But like one of the main goals of this, when I decided to bring this back, was to like really connect with new artists, connect with new people, build a new name around the Heat Check that's like not marred in my previous history. We're doing like kind of like a fresh start with the Heat Check. That was like the goal, and like it's been working out pretty well. Like I think I've been building a decent community just around the Heat Check, and that's like kind of what we've been doing. I'm trying to click on things here. Okay, so yeah, so anyways, the point is that we are live on Twitch. We'll see how well that goes because Twitch is always like hella weird. But if you're on Twitch, check us out, give us a follow. And then we're live on YouTube, Star Trek Multimedia, Star Trek TV. That's our home. Now we're going to break this down a little bit. A couple things, a little housekeeping. So the way this works is that essentially me, listen to your songs. I try to give it at least a minute before I give my actual feedback on the track. Let it simmer a little bit before I start speaking on it. I try to provide as much insightful feedback that I can as someone who has experience in recording his own music, putting out music, marketing, I have experience in all of it at this point. So I try to just give feedback on how we can either get your song heard by more people or get your song how we improve your song, or how do we like overall just like make it a better thing for you. That's basically like the goal of the show. You can use the skip feature. I'm not saying that you need to pay me to do this, but I do appreciate those who do donate via the skip feature or the super chats, because that feeds me, and food is important to stay alive. And speaking of super chats, we do have the super chat, and I actually set it up on a very easy tier this time. There's only one super chat, and I will show you guys the trailer, the brand new trailer to my new movie. And the reason why I'm doing only one this time is because we're getting pretty close to dropping it anyways. So you get like a pretty early preview. Not like hella early, but like earlier than like the people who will get it soon enough, if that makes any sense. So with that in mind, I got my snacks. I got my setup here. So far we have 14 submissions. Yeah, 14. And we'll go ahead and get into this. We're going to crack this off with a typical off-cracking. And that's our boy, Travel Through the Nebula. I was just chatting with him earlier today, and I was realizing that he listens to this at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Out in the nethers. Just middle of the night type beat. And that's kind of cool. It kind of shows just, I guess, how dedicated he is to getting his music heard. And there's the idea that, like, I know he enjoys the show enough to like enjoy it at 3 o'clock in the morning. He says he's a night owl, so works out anyways. But it's really cool because like that kind of just shows the international reach that the show has already. We're only on like episode 23, I think we're on right now. And we've only done like about 600 songs, not 600 songs, like about like 550 songs. So, you know, we're still like really young on all this is basically the point I'm trying to make. And it's cool that we're already like reaching people from like all over the world. That really does like mean a lot to me, because that's like kind of the goal, as I said earlier, is like to reach new people, new audiences. We've done 555 songs on here so far. Nebro stepped up your game, so now they have analytics on here, so I could actually give you that information in real time. Pretty sick, bro. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. So we have a Travel Through the Nebula. Dude's been doing it as a heat checker since day one, pretty much. I appreciate him heavy. Oops, what did I just do here? Clicking on too much shit. All right, so this track's called Icarus 2. Let me make sure this is hooked up right before I start doing something. Clickety clack, click, file. All right, cool. This is Icarus 2. The description says this is my homage to the movie Sunshine. Everything about that movie, from the overall theme to the soundtrack, is a foundation I built this project on. Dope. Let's get it. Let's see how well things are working today. So far, so good. All right, here we go. This track is 8 minutes long. Bet. Let's get it. Heat check. Live. Which boy? Jaron. I'm stalling because things aren't playing for some reason. Oh, is it gonna be one of those episodes where the Spotify is not working? Un momento. There we go. Bad. Let me turn down my speakers here. Cool. And I will use this song as an opportunity to do some promotion while we listen to this shit from Travel Through Nebula. Straight to the drums. Okay. I put myself on mute because I was eating chips. Didn't want you to hear the sound of me crunching on chips. I was gonna say that this track is a little bit different in terms of structure, and I'm actually curious to see where this goes because typically when you have like your structures of your songs, like most of the time, this part where you have the drums, you have like the intensity is usually like reserved for the end of the song. And we kind of like went into it. That's why I was surprised, like when we were listening to it at first, the drums like kicked in within the first 30 seconds. I'm like, whoa, this is different. This is a different kind of vibe from a typical like TTTN song. I'm working on the acronym, but you know what I mean? Know what I mean? Anyways, just keep listening. I like this guitar here. I really like this guitar. The car, if I could talk straight, the guitar gives me like early 2000s alt rock vibes. Like, I don't want to say Incubus, but like that's kind of what popped in my head at first. But I like that. I like that guitar riff a lot. Like that's something that I would like sample and put some drums over it and then rap about drugs. Just kidding. I wouldn't rap about drugs. Is super sick. This is dope. And I think what I like the most about it is that you actually like still managed to surprise me with this song because, like I said earlier, typically your songs start off very slow and they build into like a lot of drums, guitars, you got synthesizers, it's like the whole 9 yards by the time you get to the end of the song. And I had noticed on this song that you have basically started that way. And I'm like, wow, what is he gonna? It's like, is he gonna do it in reverse? Like, is he gonna like have everything start off and then break it down into like something softer? And it's like, no, what you actually did is you sped it up. Like that's how you increase the intensity of the song. You still found a way to increase the intensity of the song without like by subverting my expectations. Which is this is just dope. This shows like from listening to this much of your music at this point, it's just dope to see like how versatile you are in terms of like making me feel something with the music. It's pretty dope. You said that this was inspired by the movie Sunshine. I'm trying to figure out if I have seen this movie before. I'm looking at like, this is a 2007 movie, Sunshine, I'm assuming, because that's the first thing that popped up. And I'm like looking at this film. It's a Danny Boyle movie. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually heard of this film before. I think this is like one of those films that kind of maybe slipped through my. I don't think I've watched this movie before. Maybe I'll check it out off of the strength of this song because I never heard this track before. Anyways, let's go ahead and bring it home. Got the nice guitar outro. I like this. This is some solid work, man. I think I actually enjoyed this song. I mean, let's say I've listened to a lot of your music at this point. I'm not gonna rank all your songs, but I like this song a lot because it really did subvert my expectations. Like I said, listening to enough of your music, I recognize like the patterns of your music and how you sequence things. This one threw me for a loop, and then I was pleasantly surprised on how you still managed to like stick the landing with it by like doing something new with it. So thank you for that submission. Very dope work. I appreciate you. That was Travel Through the Nebula with Icarus 2. Make sure you go check out his streaming channel where he just streams dope space inspired epics all day 24/7 at the Travel Through the Nebula channel. He's in the chat, so just click on his name and you'll find some bangs. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. We got 13 more songs to work through. There'll probably be some more before it's all said and done. Submissions will be open until 8 p.m. So if you want to get your music in before then, you got to hit the link or go to neuro.fan/Jaron Ikner to get your music in. And I'm listening to everything. That's like my rule. I don't do it like the other dudes where it's like, oh, I have 4,000 songs in my queue. No, we do every episode dedicated to the songs we get that day. And that's about as far as it goes. If we ever get to the point where we're getting like, I think one of the most submissions we've ever got on an episode, I want to say is like 50. And like, I'm not even gonna lie, that shit was terrible. Just in terms of like the dread of it. Like to review 50 songs, it's like a lot of music. Let me see real quick. Yeah, the most we ever got in the review show was 50. That was a crazy night. Like, I was not a fan of that. I'm pretty sure that was like a 4-hour stream. Let me see. That was, oh, I didn't close it afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that was like a 4-hour stream. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do like 2.5 hours, a little like tight little 15, 20 songs. Not saying that way I can give like cool feedback. I'm not giving up my entire night. It's a vibe. And that's like the lock in. So I think my format is, I'm not saying it's better. It's better for me. I'll just say that in terms of like what I want. Because I see some of these other streamers on Nero and they literally have like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 songs in queue. And it's like, what? That's crazy. Because you're obviously not listening to all those songs in one night. So you obviously just leave your stream up, etc. and so forth, which I guess is fine. But then like, I don't know, it doesn't have the same panache. Like I like the ideas of like these little episodes with a beginning, middle, and end. And we got our tight little songs and the people who were savvy enough to submit in a timely fashion to get their shit listened to. I think that's just how it goes. Like I said, if we ever just start getting a bunch of songs, like we end up getting like 50, 60 a stream, then we'll just make the cutoff time earlier. That's like my thought process on it. And if I blow up to where I drop the link and I got like 100 something submissions, then we'll start using some of the other features on Nero, like the random selector and things like that. And actually, I don't even know what will happen if we get to that point. I actually don't even want to think about that, to be honest. Even though that's like kind of a goal, I'm realizing that that's going to be like, if we hit a tipping point to where we start getting like thousands and hundreds of submissions, like, I don't know if I'll be able to handle that. Maybe I'll just quit doing the heat check at that point. I probably won't. But that's going to be interesting to see there if that ever happens. Like right now, I think the way that I'm doing it right now is like damn near perfect for me. Like it's always like about like 10 to 14 songs when we start off. We always have people who submit during the show. And then we always end up with like around like 20 something in that range, like 15 to 20. And then it ends up, I feel satisfied. I'm not like tired out and I'm not like blowing through submissions. So I don't know. I know we can do like a cutoff. I think that's a feature on there where you can only do like up to a certain number of songs. But I also don't like want to deny people. I don't know. It'll get weird. I'm talking too much. I'm rambling. We're getting to the next track. Up next is Passenger by the Hacks. This track is about alien abduction. Alternates between alt rock, early 2000s screamo, and ends with doom metal. DIY recorded, produced, and we play live shows. Enjoy. Bet. Let's get it. This is the Heat Check. This is your boy Jaron Ikner. We're here every Monday at 6 p.m. listening to Yo Music. So if you want me to listen to Yo Music, submit it before 8 p.m. or you gotta wait till next week. Them's the rules. Let's get it. This is Passenger by the Hacks. If it plays. There it goes. Making me click. this is fun so far. It's a fun track. It gives me fun vibes. I know that might not be your intention, but like this feels like some like lighthearted alt rock from the 2000s for sure. Like I can't really think of any bands off the top of my head except maybe kind of like Queens of the Stone Age. But I say Queens of the Stone Age because they're like kind of like my go-to band of that era. But like this sounds like it's fun so far. I'm liking the vibe. Very fun. Yeah, this is dope. I like this track so far. I'm going over your page, and one thing I was actually looking for that I'm not seeing is you guys performing live. Like you guys have all these flyers on here for sure. It looks like you guys do a lot of shows through those flyers, but you got some video right here. Hold up, there's a button that says live. Let's see. Yes, this is what I want. I want live. Cause I wanted to see like your guys' dynamic. I was curious to see what the dynamic was here. So there's a three-piece band, bassist, guitar, and then what? You guys share the vocals. Who's the vocalist? Y'all are rocking some shows, man. That's a cool little situation there. Y'all are dope. I like what you guys got going on here. I think that the music rings very well with me. It's kind of like people like don't understand like when they watch this, like they always assume that like hip hop is like what my bread and butter is, and it's like, yeah, kind of. Like I'm a rapper and I do make hip hop beats and et cetera, so forth. But like when I grew up, like when I was like growing up, I was listening to like a lot of rock music, like bands like Linkin Park, Incubus, Soundgarden, Deftones, Queens of the Stone Age. I think I mentioned them already. Foo Fighters. Like these are bands that like I grew up with. Weezer. You know what I'm saying? And so like I do have like a very strong appreciation for like some good rock. Like might be like my second or third favorite genre overall. It's just like a good house rock band that just plays dope music. And that's what these guys are. These are a good, this seems to be a good solid band that gets it cracking. Like they got the mosh pits going in the footage here. I think I just want to see more of them, I guess, in terms of just there's no photo of the band on here. They got merch for sale, but there's nothing like to show me like what they even look like, right? Which I guess doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme, but it kind of does. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to like identify the people that are making the music and like be able to attach that to them. You know what I'm saying? That makes any sense? And so they said that there is, according to the description, this turns into doom metal. So we'll listen to the last little bit of this song and see if we get to the doom metal part. sound very doom metalish to me. Like I actually really like fuck with this part like super heavy. Like this guy, it got like super dope. Like right here, there's a little chunk of the song where you guys switched it up. I actually really enjoy what you guys are doing at this part of the song right here. But I wouldn't describe it as doom metal, but there's still like a minute left, so maybe the doom metal will pop up. But this is fire. I'm actually gonna mark this for future notes. Let's listen to the rest of the song first though. I see. This is the doom metalish part. I still wouldn't even really call this doom metal. Sick. That was good. Yeah, that last part I actually wouldn't even still call doom metal. I mean, I guess because the guitars got a little bit like grimier and a little bit more distorted, but it kind of just felt like a breakdown of like a really good song. I enjoyed that song quite a bit. I'm marking it with a star because we will see. We're gonna circle back and see if that's song of the night. But that's, I mean, we just started. But this allows me to talk about why I didn't choose a song for Song of the Night last week. So last week, there was a song on here by, I think they submitted this week too, because I remember seeing their names. It was a submission from War Poets. And the song was, let me see real quick. Just real quick. The song was called Run Me Out. I really, really like enjoyed this song. I really did. Like I liked the song. I like the structure. I like the beat. I like the hook. The rapping was all right. And for me, it was like Song of the Night worthy. However, I had like my spider sense was tingling. Like I feel like this chick is AI. And I don't want to give Song of the Night to like a track that uses AI like that. Mostly because it kind of goes against all the shit I've been saying on the show for the last few episodes. And so I decided not to do that. Now, they actually left a comment on the previous video in regards to some of the other things that I said about their music. The fact that they had so many songs out, they chalked it up to it being a bunch of old music that they were re-releasing. But they didn't address the AI vocals on the song. And so because of that, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Because I said I like the song, but I feel conflicted because it's like I don't want to give Song of the Night, or sorry, Song of the Week to somebody that's like not real, I guess, when there's like so many other artists I could give it to. And so I could have chose somebody else, but then that wouldn't necessarily be like real, I guess, because like I wanted to. The Song of the Night is basically dedicated to the song I liked the most that night. And that was the song I liked the most that night, right? Regardless of it being AI, if it is or not. And like I said, if they're in here, if they see this video, because they probably will watch this back because they submitted tonight, please address it. You know what I'm saying? If it is AI, go ahead and tell me. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But like, this is the issue that I have, is that I don't know. And like when I tried looking up the artist, I went into detective mode over this track because I was like listening to it. I'm like, man, that sounds really, really damn good, man. This girl in this chorus is crazy. And so I tried to find the girl and I couldn't find her anywhere. Like she didn't exist anywhere on the internet. They gave her a weird name. I found like a IMDb page of a girl who had the same name, but that was not her. I couldn't find a single trace of this woman anywhere on the internet, which I find hard to believe, which is why the AI suspicion started to rise, etc. and so forth. That's why we are where we are. Anyways, let's keep it moving though. I just wanted to get that off my chest because I just didn't do a song on the night this week because of that. With that said, let's get back to the songs. Up next is Inside Out, Slowly Drowning. Bet, a humble offering from the abyss. All right. This is the Heateth Checketh. We're live on YouTube and Twitch right now. How's it going on Twitch? Let me see. Nothing. We got 2 people watching on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, leave a message or something. Give me a thumbs up or something. I don't know. I'm gonna try and be more active on Twitch, so I got some games to play on Twitch. Anyways, I'm rambling. Inside Out by Slowly Drowning. Slowly Drowning sounds like a Evanescence type of band. Let's see if I'm right.
I think I went up another way, son. Convinced you like me now a little less. God only knows who's gonna pay this bar tab. A $7 beer that tastes like old man sweat. And you think I'm an asshole? I've been waiting for shit. What I've been running away from. Well, it's inside my chest. Perfume bottles fill the cabinets. My dirty dishes fill the sink. No one knows me, I barely know me, and that's the way it ought to be. This afternoon's a foregone conclusion. TV remote just out of reach. No one hurts me like
Is this the same song? Hold on a second, because this song is, I don't think this is the same song. Hold on a second. I've been listening to this for a minute, and I'm like, I don't think this is the song that I was supposed to be listening to. I don't know what happened there. Let me see. That was a really good track though, but that was not, I think, what we're supposed to be listening to. Let's see here. And I would have just kept listening to that track. Here we go. Here we go.
that I'm left stranded again. Shadows enshrouding me where I stand. Washed out, left there feeling ashamed. Hoping not to be here again. This time I'm leaving. I'm done with this feeling. Fighting off these demons that I go back to you. This time I'm leaving. I'm done with.
I did this so far. I think my biggest issues with it is that I wish the vocals were a little bit cleaner, a little bit sharper, so I could actually like it just needs a little bit more saturation and brightness in the vocals. But I like the production so far. It's kind of uniquely cool, because it kind of has some hip hop drums going on here in the beginning, and then the way that the composition of the song comes together is actually pretty dope. I really like what this song is doing so far.
You've got me feeling inside out, and I'll go back to you, no doubt. Becoming more and more stressed out, inside out. Lately, you got me feeling inside out, and I'll go back to you, no doubt. Becoming more and more stressed out, inside out, inside out. This time I'm leaving, I'm done.
This sounds like another song that kind of fits like the early 2000 rock category. Like this would be like this band with this song would be on tour with Evanescence and Stained and I don't know, just like that kind of like, I wouldn't call it like emo rock, but that's kind of what it is. It's like emo rock. Linkin Park, and these are bands that I love. But the sound doesn't sound like something that like, because this is the thing about rock music right now in particular, and I might trigger some people with that. I feel like a lot of rock music currently doesn't have an identity. Like if I try to identify like modern rock, like rock from the last 10 years, what does that sound like? Right? Like what is that? I don't have a vibe to that, because when I listen to artists like Slowly Drowning here, this song takes me back to the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I would say the 2000s to 2010 is the last time that we had like innovation in rock music, to where we were like experimenting with interesting sounds, bringing in more synthesizers. Hell, Linkin Park had a DJ, still do. You know what I'm saying? Like the innovation of rock kind of fell off a little bit in the early 2000s. And so when I hear a band like this in 2026, it's like, it takes me back, because I don't think that there's a sound to define this era, which is kind of like almost hearkening back to previous sounds. That makes any sense. Let's listen to a few more seconds here. I like it. It's good shit. Like it takes, like I said, it feels like late 2000s, late 90s, early 2000 rock. It kind of has like its own kind of personality to it in terms of like how the drums are sequenced in some parts. It feels very kind of like Evanescence, like Umbrella, which is not bad. There's nothing wrong with that. I rock with this song. This is a good song. Good track. Thank you for the submission, though. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving. Up next is The Playground. Tonar. Submitting my debut EP. Pick whichever track pulls your attention. But if I had to recommend a track, I won't tell you to check out the whole EP, of course. Pick either Buru Buru Booty or Shinjuku Shakedown. Okay, all right. But you just submitted it as. How'd you submit this? You might have messed up, buddy. I think you submitted this as a YouTube playlist. Is that what you try to do here? I don't think this is gonna work, buddy. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me do some clicking. Okay, I was able to bring it up that way. Okay, so we have your YouTube playlist here. Let's do Brewer Brewer Booty. Fuck it. Why is it not playing? Oh, because it's muted. Here we go. So this is interesting. I think that this track and like the sound that it's offering is actually like super on brand right now for like what's popping, particularly in hip hop and particularly in like, I don't know, I guess like even like Latino rap right now. It's very popular. Like you have like the Phoenix Flexing song Rubbers, which kind of has like a similar vibe to this, even though that song was AI. You're seeing like a lot, and even like with what's his face with his Starface album, Tyga, you're seeing like this really weird shift in urban culture where it's more like about like this kind of like disco dance funk sound that's kind of coming up right now. And this is actually like right on brand with this. Like what I would do with this track in particular is I would put a vocalist on it, singing some stupid shit. Yeah, I would try to get a vocalist on this because I think the beat and the production is right on the money for the current sound. And if you wanted to like not worry about vocals per much, like as much, like if you can't get vocals for whatever reason, please don't use AI. But if you can't get vocals for whatever reason, send this track to a DJ. Like if you have any DJ friends, like give this track to all your DJ friends. They'll spin this. This is like something that breaks up a dance floor pretty well in terms of like just like kind of like a palate cleanse type of track. This goes, man. I like it. Let's give it a few more seconds. Okay, yeah, we got it. Yeah, I would say like definitely You have two options here. Go to silly route and pull a Starface slash Phoenix Flexin Phoenix, whatever his name is, and make like a catchy little jingle to go with this and put it out that way. Or in its current fashion with this particular song, because I obviously haven't listened to the rest of the EP, give this to DJs, and DJs will spin this, almost guaranteed. I like the track though. Thank you for submission. Let's keep it moving because we have plenty of music left. You have about an hour and 10 minutes before submissions end, at which point we're not listening to any more songs. We're listening to the rest of the songs that are submitted, but no more submissions after that. Okay? Up next is Fixing Up Your Life by Vicious 55150. Bet. Vicious. All right, let's see what's up. Let me get this going here. Do some clickities. Some clickety clues. All right, so this is Fixing Up Your Life by Vicious on the heat check with your boy Jaron Ikner.
Inside of my mind, we all are trying to find. We're fixing up your life. They're stressing everything that's part of our grind. Trying to find the greatest way to unwind. We're fixing up your life. Scenery. Whether I'm walking around or on the train, or on a bench with a Benjamin looking at the plains. Cause in a place that will predominantly rain, the very second that the sun is coming out, you tend to appreciate the moment as it happens. Loving it with a passion, enjoying every minute, keeping the music blasting. This what the hell will be the purpose of it stopping now? Why bother boosting up the chance of it all dying down? Never met a lot of peace inside of my mind. We all are trying to find. We're fixing up your life. They're stressing everything that's part of our grind. Trying to find the greatest way to unwind. We're fixing up your life. Stay in the course as I continue on this path to rap. The land of peace and love is my natural habitat. That's where we keep it jazzy at with all the Hepcats. And any BS coming at us, we sit back and belly laugh. It is irrelevant, not to be bothered with. In my opinion, we should be abolishing all of it. Just move it to the side and we can all go on about our bitch. And now if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to loving this. Yeah. Nothing but a lot of peace inside of my mind. We all are trying to find. Fixing up your life. They're stressing everything that's part of our grind. Trying to find the greatest way to unwind. Fixing up your life.
The song was only a minute and 18 seconds, so I figured I'd let the whole thing play. But that was Fixing Up Your Life by Vicious 5150. I'm simmering on my statement. Give me a moment, people. So the things that I liked about it, I like the concept. The flow was alright. Production was so the things I don't like was easier to say. Then I might be easier to this part. I'm not a fan of the dude's voice. He rapping like this in the back of that, but it wasn't doing it for me. And the production sounded very childish. Like this is a beat that you would hear like on a Sesame Street episode, which is fine, but like with a name like Vicious 5150, I was expecting something hard, right? Something hard that was gonna be hard. That wasn't very hard. Let's take a look at your page. Let's do audit real quick and see what your vibe's about. Page audit. Auditing your page. All right, so this is 5150. He seems pretty active here. You're hearing rap for the first time. Let's see.
In the place like I'm a cybernetic bot, the way of the future, whether you like it or not. Bitches, the name is Vicious if you didn't know. And to be honest, that covers a lot of human beings as a whole. If we are being realistic about it, so now you know my name if you were still listening, but it's part of it. Now play it on the loop, running back like the art again, so you can let it marinate to really feel the heart of it.
Okay, so that was a lot better than the other song that you submitted. Like significantly better. I liked your voice. I liked your flow. The beat selection was better. I think that's what it comes down to, is that I think that you need to be careful about the beats that you're rapping over because of your vocal tone. Like you have a higher pitch kind of nasally rap going on, which works on harder beats. If you try to do it on this beat that has like this kind of like very joyful sound to it, it feels a little childish, I guess that's how I'm gonna describe it. That last song that I played in that video fit. Like your voice and like your look, your sound, it fit. Let's try another one real quick.
slowly figure out that you were always worthy of that love and respect. For better or for worse, it all is just some thoughts in our heads, and they will come.
I apparently got kicked off by the internet. That seems to be the trend. At some point in time, I'm gonna get kicked off the episode, and y'all got to sit here and look at me picking my nose or something. Oh, you got comments. Sorry, you said, "Whoops, you should have just be a cube with the whole thing." My bad. I recorded those talk box vocals myself, but yeah, the vocalists have been hard to find. Thanks for the input. Oh, that's the other artist that submitted before. Sorry, I'm just thinking here. Yeah, so in terms of like your approach to the songs, I think finding darker production to contrast your kind of higher pitched nasally voice would be the best route to take. Because that beat, the Fixing Up Your Life track, I just didn't do it for me because it felt a little bit too like bright and happy. And I don't like bright and happy hip hop. I know it sounds weird, but I need my shit dark, bro. I need the bars to cut. I need the beat to make my face cringe up. You know what I'm saying? Like that beat was very like soft to me. It felt very like I said, like Sesame Street kind of beat. And then you put your voice over there, which you're rapping fine over the beat, but it's just the vocal tones made it feel like a little bit like not for me. That's basically what I'm saying. But then when I look at your page and I hear other tracks, it's like, oh man, you definitely have the ability to rap. I just think you sent the wrong song over for me. That's what it comes down to. If you had sent over one of these other tracks, I'd be like, oh man, this is dope. But this track in particular, meh. So, no hard feelings. I appreciate the submission, Vicious. Let's keep it moving. Up next is Ascent with OQ. This is Kai the Artist. Description says, let me turn this off so you guys can see here. This is part 2 of a larger upcoming project about a failed trip to space. This track follows the narrative much more loosely than the others and uses the vibe more than the lyrics to describe the feeling of ascent. Okay, I don't know what that means, but we're going to listen to it and find out. I don't know what any of that means. Maybe I'll hear what you mean when I listen to the track. Once again, on the Heat Check, we're live every Monday, 6 p.m. I usually drop the link on Reddit and on the Nero page at like 9 in the morning. So that's when you get to submit. Between 9 in the morning, pretty much 8 in the morning to 8 at night. There's like a 12-hour submission window to where you can get your music on here. Otherwise, tough luck, buddy. Up next is Kai the Artist. Let's go. That was supposed to play on cue. It was a little low.
She think that she's a Tory, but I ain't no playing games. Think she hear the talkers, but she don't know how to aim. Think that she's a Tory, but I ain't no playing games. Think she hear the talkers, but she don't know how to aim. Think that I'm the underdog, but they know I'm a fame. I could be the Mario, my peaches in the frame.
Fall into the underworld, don't stop it moving.
Watch the bricks fall in place. I'm popping up a mushroom jump. I ramming bricks with solid state. Modded game and popping monitors. I'm slick, I'm solid state. Plotting on some modern dumb songs. 8-bit, take it back to basics. Rate beats, give a punch and work. Expect that Banish joint to bring the plot I got to say. Collected gems and quinta rings and dots and lots of things. I top the charts and break the chat room with my traffic. Update the form crowd. Chop it quick and get to the shopping store. From floppy flaw data to popping more atom. Add technical coding into raw matter. Some of these kids are right basketballs like Samus around with the assets. Sort of like Sega Genesis.
Okay. So I like the theme. I like what you're saying. I like how you're saying it. Like the flow is pretty cool. I wish the vocals were the star of the show. That synthesizer, that boom, 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 is definitely like the star of the show in the song. And I think your vocals need to be remixed to where they're more powerful than that noise. Your vocals come in super weak at the beginning. I think that was by design because they come in louder. So obviously you know how to make them louder. So don't know what that was about. I think the song's kind of rough though. Like I think the song needs like a little bit more like massaging in the lab in terms of just like overall like how it makes me feel, like textures. Like I think all the elements are there, but the mix and the vocals are a little rough, so that takes me out a little bit. But then also it's a weird track. So because it is a weird track in terms of like concept and approach and like the synthesizer and all that, it just needs a little bit more polish in presentation to make it cross the channel easier, if that makes sense.
Samsung, the way the man's run the class. Two is rated Lara Croft, the treasure host and thrones. Basically, your bars are soft for Tetris broken home.
I might have to drop the Twitch. It's so funny, like with the Twitch thing. It's like as soon as someone gets into the chat room and starts talking, it starts messing up and acting all weird, and then I just like leave, and that's probably like super awkward for them. I haven't turned it off this time. Like I'm looking at it and it's working again. But pretty much any time that like I notice this, like I'll be on Twitch, I'll be doing a double stream. Right now we're streaming on 2 different channels, and it will like literally just be like someone will pop on and be like, yo, and it just starts glitching out. Like it doesn't like that. So hopefully I'm gonna try and stay on for as long as possible when it comes to the Twitch, but we might cut the Twitch stream. Anyways, back to the song. We'll keep it going. So when it comes to this track, I think when you're trying to present something weird to new ears, I think the polish becomes I think that's like the most important time for your song to be polished, right? Is like when you're trying to introduce it to new ears. Because for me, like there was multiple things in this track that like kind of took me out. And it's not like it's a bad song. I just think it needs more work. But this is coming from somebody who is sorry, getting distracted here. This is from somebody who is a musician. So I could hear it and be like, okay, cool. Like you could probably add some more synthesizers here, maybe some pads, maybe we can get the vocals cleaner. Like I can offer insight as to like why the song doesn't work for me, right? But like the problem with a casual listener is that a casual listener can't do that, right? So it's either like they like the song or they don't. So this is why polish is important. Now, polish doesn't necessarily mean that like it has to sound pristine, that the mix is super clear, all that. Polish means that your personality and everything about the song is shining in a way that resonates as intended. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. Anyways, the point is that polish is really everything. And like I said, polish is not necessarily about like, it sounds good, but it's more about does it feel good? Does it feel the way that you intended it to feel for the audience that intended to listen to it? And this song, I think, has potential to reach that mark, but I think in order to do that, you got to put more love and polish into it, and make them vocals shine, and make that feeling come through in terms of adding more synthesizers and adding more bass and things like that. So yeah, we'll keep it moving. Shit. We're back on Twitch, but I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this up for. So I don't know. Anyways, we are about at the halfway mark of tonight's show, unless more songs come in before the 8 o'clock time period. You have about 55 minutes to hit that mark. So get her done if you're trying to get your song submitted to the heat check. Up next is Victory by B. Hanks. We actually might be done by 8 o'clock, honestly, at this rate, which is fine. So this is B. Hanks with Victory. This is my instrumental. I'm still looking for a rapper to hop on this or drop a verse. Okay, I'm a rapper. Let's see if this is a beat I would rap on. Let's see if this is a beat I would spit on, brother. All right, here we go. This is Victory by B. Hanks. Instrumental beat. Yeah, no, I wouldn't rap on this beat. I'm not saying it's a bad beat. I'm just saying it's not my kind of beat. I think that if I were to improve it, let's add another couple of layers, some strings, maybe like an atmospheric type of sound, and let's pull away on those horns. And let's build out a sequence track to where the horns should be in the chorus, intro, chorus. Maybe bring them back in the second or third verse as like sparingly, but the horns, I'm already like kind of over the horns halfway through this song, and I think the horns are the star of the show in this song, so that's a problem, right? We have to build a journey. We have to travel through the nebula, if we would, quoting my homie over here, because the way that you travel through the nebula and the way that he does his music is that he takes you on a journey through his songs. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end, there's a structure, there's a story being told in the song. This is just a loop, right? So we gotta dissect the loop. Every loop has elements to it, drums, bass line, etc., so forth. And I think that we need to sequence these out so it tells a story. You can have the horn start off the song with no drums on it. Then you drop the drums without the horns, but with other elements like strings or some atmosphere. Bring in the hi-hats. Then we bring the horns back for the chorus. We pull the horns back again, remove them for the second verse, and almost repeat the structure, but maybe switch some things around, play around with it. And then we do it again for the last chorus, bring the horns back. That alone tells a better story than what you're doing here, which sounds like a loop, because I already have fatigue over the beat by the time that we get to the 1 minute mark, which is where we're at right now. And I'll listen to a little bit more, but I feel like I don't need to, right? Yeah, I know, we're good. And I did cut this to Twitch stream. Sorry, guys, if you were watching this on Twitch, which you can't hear me anymore because I cut it off. I cut it off, and once again, the stream immediately gets better. So maybe next week we'll try TikTok as the other stream. Sorry, looking at my messages on my phone real quick. Yeah, okay. So that was cool. Like I said, like it wasn't the beat that I would rap on. Maybe somebody else would, but I think that's the reason. The reason is because it doesn't have enough personality in the beat. It sounds like a loop. We could do a lot more to make it feel that way, and that just takes like kind of playing around and massaging a little bit. So you should go do that. Up next, Find Your Way demo by 2 Cents. This is a rough version with no mixing and mastering, and made with a single take guitar freestyle layered with an 808 bass drum and a synth string in GarageBand. I just added while listening back to the guitar recording. Just started making music, and most of it has just been guitar freestyles that I record and upload, but want to learn more about turning the guitar freestyles into actual songs. I'm not sure if I am done adding to this one yet, but would love some feedback on the overall feel and direction I'm going with. I see everything I uploaded on my SoundCloud as unfinished. Concepts of foundations of instrumentals, if that makes sense. If you get a chance, check out my SoundCloud. I love honest opinion on what my type of music could be good for and where I should focus on developing. Would love to find others to work with and create together too. Gotcha. So I think currently as it stands, you do have some talent on freestyling on the guitar, but I think it comes down to identifying what you really want to be as an artist, right? Because when I hear a song like this makes me think like a session musician. Like you have skills that would be useful to other musicians trying to make their music. Like whether you come in and just provide guitar riffs, or you like freestyle on the guitar and just like create some sounds for people to play with. Or if you're a session musician for like TV and film, to where you're playing guitar riffs for like Daryl Dixon walking down the street in The Walking Dead, which is what this reminds me of. Stuff like that. Okay, so like by your description and by what you're sending me over, it seems like you're just mostly a guitarist, and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your musicality. Where do you want to take it? I think as just a guitarist, like if you don't have any type of writing skills or vocalist or even mixing skills or audio stuff, then yeah, I think joining a band or being a session musician would be your ultimate, not your ultimate, but probably your best path. Because I'm not hearing anything super incredible with the guitar skills. You are talented, right? The talent is there. But that's where it comes down to, well, where do you see yourself? Do you envision yourself playing Lollapalooza? Then you're probably going to be joining a band, right? Do you see yourself watching Netflix and you hear your song in the background? Then you're probably going to end up being a session musician for a record label or a movie company or a TV company. Do you see yourself just being background music for like certain things, like events? Because then you could be a bar hopper kind of guy where you're playing bars and you're just playing guitar for like wine events and stuff like that. That's good work. So it really just kind of depends on like where you envision yourself. It's kind of hard for me to like push you in any direction until I know what you want out of it. And I don't think you're in the chat right now, so I'm not expecting you to respond anytime soon, but it's just things to consider when it comes to like, how do you envision yourself when it's all said and done? And those are the lanes that I see the most with what I've heard in those couple minutes of your track that I listened to. Those are the options that I see for you. And hopefully that gives you some kind of insight. If not, that's fine. All right, up next. Replay by Omer. I feel like this guy has submitted before. The name looks familiar. Let's see. Omer looks familiar. This is a different track though. I don't think I've heard this before. This is a replay by Omer on the Heat Check.
I'll trade all of my tomorrows for a single yesterday, 'cause I can't keep marching forward when my life is on I'm used to holding on, but my hands still feel the friction burn. Fixated on the past, and I can't just seem to ever learn. Cycling the same old scene, every frame stuck underneath the glass. I keep rewinding time, looking for a picture perfect past.
So I did
Am
actually
I still searching through?
suspect AI at first. In the description, it says you get kicked off of YouTube every 10 minutes because your connection is acting mad weak right now for some reason. Why did it kick me off? There it goes. Okay, so we should be back. Anyways, going back to this music. In your description, you say that you don't use AI. And I was skeptical at first because of the production and how the voice sounded at first. But then when I really listened to the vocals, one, they have a lot of reverb on there, which you could have added. You could have added the reverb to make it seem like less like AI. But then when I'm actually listening to the quality of the vocals, like the girl's kind of missing a couple notes here. She's kind of drifting a little bit. And so I would start there in terms of advice. Slapping some auto-tune on her voice just so we can lock in those notes would probably do the song a little bit better because she's a little bit pitchy. Production's interesting. I'm not mad at it. It's kind of like Diplo-y. Let's listen to some more. Hold on.
The static clouds, still trapped inside these reruns now, trying to silence all the voices in the crowd. Oh, or will I be the one who drowns? I'll trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday, 'cause I can't keep marching forward when my life is on replay. Every time I find the courage to let the pictures fade away, I'll reach for one more rewind and let the present fade to gray.
Yeah, I would say that those vocals need a little bit of polish. Just a little bit. Like, she's not a bad singer. It's just that the vocals feel a little bit pitchy. She slides a little bit out of key on some of these notes. The production, if I'm being honest about it, it feels very generic. Don't think it's AI, because you said it wasn't. But it's also like not like, it's not moving me. It's not anything that like I would have like been like, oh man, this is sick, right? This sounds like if I put on EDM on not Shade 45, but on Sirius XM and go to EDM radio, they're playing that type of beat, like this like kind of universal EDM sound, right? That can go in any direction depending on the producer. So I would say, in terms of like feedback and advice, one, let's clear up the vocals. The lyrics are fine. I like the lyrics. The structure's fine too. The production could be a little bit, if you're gonna go for the generic like EDM sound, you gotta have some kind of hook in there that's gonna be the earworm, right? Whether that's like a wonky synth or like a vocal track that's beyond the singing. It's just something on the beat that makes me like, oh man, it makes it memorable. Because that's the thing. I think that's the word I'm looking for, is that like this beat's not like memorable. And then the vocals are fine. They're not mind-blowing. If the vocals were better, then I would probably rate this song a little bit higher, but they're kind of just fine too, right? So, I don't know. I just think this song might need a little bit more work. It's a little bit more work. That'd be my advice on that one. Lit. Let's keep it moving. Up next is Traffic by Desktop Alarm Clock. Cool name. I like that name. That makes me think you guys are a punk rock band. Let's see if I'm right. This is the Heat Check Live with your boy. Let's get it.
I don't hate the suburbs like I know I'm supposed to. Not worth it being close to work. I love the culverts, the lonely parking lots. Fences separate us from highways. Minivans parade us around. I'll make it home. No need to read the street signs. No need to look down at my phone. I'll make it home. Paint the walls and fix the door jam. Frame pictures and make a plan. Don't wanna leave, but I know I'm not supposed to. Watch thunderstorms from outdoor apartment hallways.
So this is funny because this is like almost like the opposite issue of the previous song, to where the other song didn't use autotune at all to lock in the vocals. This one, the autotune is like a little bit too noticeable for this type of song, to where like if this was like a hip hop song, then the autotune is a little bit more forgiving in that sense. But this is supposed to be like kind of like a alt rock kind of song, and like when I hear like those autotune like slips like kind of come in, it kind of take me out a little bit. With that said, I do enjoy this song. It gives me kind of Weezer vibes. The lyrics are very interesting. I like the theme. I like the suburbs. I like the theme that you're trying to like, you're sick of your job. Like the pen is strong, but I would just say the autotune and the vocals are the one things that I'm not liking about it so far.
Potholes on tree-lined streets. Be the last one at a mall that's about to close. Fumble with a knot in the garden hose.
I'm liking the social media for sure. You got some consistency going on. You're posting. There's like a style, and it's like I can scroll on through your page without clicking on anything and kind of know what you do. Right? You're definitely a guitarist. You're definitely probably like a white man guitar, self-produced, doing your thing. I can see that, and you have like an aesthetic going on with like some of your fonts and like your style. So the social media is looking pretty good. I would say keep that up for sure, for sure. Let's give you a random click on something. Let's click on this. Let's see what happens.
Patches, filter it out like the scratches on my glasses. It feels like something in town.
Yeah, I don't like the auto tune, man. I don't like the auto tune in your voice. I think that you don't need it. I don't even know. And maybe you're trying to do something weird and trying to like blur some lines. But when I hear the auto, like this is the problem with auto tune. It takes away the character of your voice. And I typically don't encourage the usage of auto tune excessively. I feel like auto tune should be used as its intended purpose, which is to help you catch it or help you with your pitches when you miss your notes. When it's used aesthetically, it gets weird because then you start to sound like other artists, and it starts to like the personality of your voice gets taken out. So I would say stop using the auto-tune. That would probably be like the first thing I would say. Everything else is kind of on point, like in terms of like song structure, in terms of like how you're making your music and putting it out there, your social media. But the one thing that takes me out is the auto-tune. So I would say like maybe just lean back on that. And it's not even like remove it. You know what I'm saying? I would just say like just tone it down a little bit. Yeah, sorry, I got a comment that I'm reading. This is from one of the previous submissions. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, I'm not sure what direction either. This is the person who wanted directions on his guitaring. Yeah, man, I would say I don't know how old you are, but I would say that one thing you can try doing is like going to open mics and playing live, even if it's just like, hey, I'm gonna like just jam on the guitar for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and see how that feels. And because a lot of it, I think about this quote, I want to say it's Joe Budden who said it, and this is something that resonates with me more and more as I get older, because I'm 42 years old, right? And 42 years old me is not the same as 22-year-old me who was just hungry and wanted that. And the way the quote goes is a lot of people have the talent, but they don't have the nervous system. And what that means is that not everybody's meant to play on big stages or any stages at all. Like we have session musicians for a reason. Like there's people who just play guitar and that's all they do. And they're really good at it. And they get asked to play for like, oh my God, this person didn't show up, pull up, bam, he gets paid $500 to play guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people who just play guitar and are really good at that, never hit a stage, never had to worry about shows, never had to worry about social media or any of that crap. They just play guitar very well and they're sought after for that. So that's something you can consider, is the fact that you don't have, but you have to kind of like test yourself, right? You have to like kind of put yourself out there to see if that feels right. Cause you might get on stage and then you might kill it. And you might get like the biggest high of your life from doing that, right? And so then you found it. And so the only way you can really like discover it is by exploring your possibilities. I know that sounds kind of corny and cheap, but that's how I feel about it. Anyways, back to this other track by Omer here. Is that where we're at? No, we're not on Omer. Sorry, I'm looking at my wrong screen. By Traffic by Desktop Alarm Clock, which really cool name. I think that you have everything that you need, but I think the thing that takes away from it the most is the auto-tune on your voice. So I would love to hear like some music without the auto-tune on it. I'm like very curious to hear like how your voice actually sounds with that on. And it's something to consider because you might think that your voice sucks, which is why you use the auto-tune on there, but that your voice might be the turning point or a tipping point to you being more successful. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know until you try. Anyways, up next, this is Smino. I gotta do an audit check on this because this is name. Okay, so this. Sorry, I'm getting my shit wrong. The rapper is named Kuja Lavelle, and the song's called Smino. At first, I thought this was like the rapper Smino submitting. I'm like, what the hell? I can't even play this. But yeah, this is hip hop out of Illinois. So let's get it. It's the Heat Check Live with your boy Jaron Ikner, we got like 4 more songs left. Unless people submit. Perfectly okay with people not submitting too. So let's go.
Paint the walls and fix the door jam.
It's the other song. Here we go. Oh my god, they're gonna play an ad first. No, here we go.
Stacking up my CEOs, big green like I'm CeeLo. I'll just keep it serving, I deserve it like I'm Smino. Chillin' on the Migos, smoking's all that we know. Latinas acting ready, big bag and some chinos. Stacking up my CEOs, big green like I'm CeeLo. I'll just keep it serving, I deserve it like I'm Smino. Chillin' on the Migos, smoking's all that we know. Latinas acting ready, big bag and some chinos. 1, 2, 3, 4, shake it. 1, 2, 3, 4, shake it. 1, 2, 3, now we're naked. 1, 2, 3, now we're naked. 1, 2, 3, 4, break it. 1, 2, 3, 4, break it. 1, 2, 3, now we're naked. 1, 2, 3, now we're naked. Seeking out pain, shawty's out for degradation. Might just tie her to the bed, she loves my affirmation. Fuck a safe word, I don't believe in regulations. Hell spawn killer, I'm a demon's apparition. Betty's looking sad, down bad for some yayo. Text me what's the plan, acting saucy, all prego. Now I got her mad, acting sad when I say so. Said she wants some bread, shake that ass, eat my mayo. Shake that ass, make it quake. I never eat sweets, but I'm drooling for a cake. Now I'm rolling up smuckers and we're both getting baked. Keep that card to my chest, king shit, give me face. Kinda uncanny, dying in her valley.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I think that this is, from all the submissions that we've received tonight, this song has the most character and personality and vibe, to where like you have found a vibe that you want to encapsulate, and you injected everything you got into that, and you made this song. I could feel it. So that's a good thing. I would think in terms of like, the song could be something. And I think it goes beyond. This is like one of those situations that goes beyond the song. This is a personality-driven track, is how I would describe this. Like, this is like one of those songs where like you really want to know more about the artist. And when I went to go click on your page, you only have one post on your Instagram page. So you're kind of failing there. So let's get your personality up. And what I mean by that is that you should be posting daily on Instagram with like words on the screen of you doing wild shit with a song in the background. Do this enough times on TikTok, it will catch. I think this song has that ability to do that. There's an audience for this. I could see you going on tour with like artists like Mickey Avalon, opening up for him, and I think that song it would do well for you. So it's really just about building the story and the universe around this track. It's not my cup of tea. Like, I wouldn't like go and like bump this track, but I hear what this song is capable of doing. And I think what it did, like I said, it's not the song itself. This is a personality song. This is a song that when I listen to it and I look at your artwork, I'm seeing and feeling a certain type of person on here. And so that really needs to be conveyed. Like, this is background music to someone's life. This track is. And so you have to make that life feel and be something that matches the song. Otherwise, the song's just going out into the ether and people will feel it and like it, but they won't be able to have anything to come back to, like, personality wise. So I would say grind out on like the marketing for a little bit on this. Music videos, reels, clips, photos, just going crazy to showing the world who you are. Currently on your page, and I'll show the world this real quick, you literally only got one track or one thing on your page, one post. And it's you lighting a cigar or a joint. And you do have it right here. You know what I'm saying? You do have it right here. So, but like, you just need more. I should be able to scroll through your page at least for like 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? This is not enough scrolling for me. And be able to like, okay, cool, this matches. Not quite there yet. So keep working on that. Up next is Now I Get It by the War Poets. These were the guys who almost won Song of the Week last week, but I suspected their voices, or at least the hook of the female singing, to be AI. Couldn't confirm or deny it. Trusted my vibe. Here we are. So they're back again with a new track. This is called Now I Get It. Let's give it a listen. This is the Heat Check. We're live. Let's go.
Fuck the world, you can't ask for shit. Everything you get, you gotta work hard for it. I got it lit with a team of arsonists in garages filled with foreign whips. When you break bread with bosses, you learn what the cost is. Proceed with precautions. Like a broad with legs built like horses. Rides like a Porsche, but she priced like extortion. More often, the wins and the losses are reported in profits and margins. Watch over laws, shit gets exhausting. Without warrants, don't fuck your endorsements. That bad bitch that said she was yours just hopped in the V with your boy. Had to listen to Breezy, told you. Back then these hoes ain't loyal. When shit gets the realest, you're born alone, die alone, how you live it. My circle's closed, it's survival of the fittest. I had to listen to the streets that taught a nigga how to get it. Now I get it, shit gets the realest.
So this is like the same problem that I have with the last song, to where it was like, I think you have a really good ear for production and beats. Like, this beat's dope. This is a really dope beat. And your last submission had a really dope beat. So I think, and when I went through your page last time, the couple of songs I listened to had really dope beats. So you got an ear for production. Like, you know how to choose a good beat. But I think the rapping is like a little lacking. It's just, I think it's, I don't necessarily think that it's like your ability to rap. More so like the production that you choose doesn't necessarily match your raps. Like, the flow is like very lackadaisical. And it kind of works, but I want more dynamic range in the rapping, if that makes any sense. And but I do think that this song is solid, like overall. Like, that's the thing. Like, with the last song you submitted, the chorus and the beat were so good that I didn't mind the mediocre rapping as much. This one is more rap leaning, and so I want my deeper bars. And you got something on here, but like, it's not like, oh my god, this is the craziest rapping I ever heard. Listen to this.
You're born alone, die alone, how you live it. My circle's closed, it's survival of the fittest. I had to listen to the streets that taught a nigga how to get it. Now I get it.
I see niggas moving backwards and other niggas moving up, and some of them will pass you if I'm ever even moving once. As we get older, we slowly started losing touch. You give a girl the world and still you couldn't do enough. Some niggas cross the line doing what they don't need to. That nigga could've beat him, son, he didn't have to shoot him up. This life, it introduced us to money, power, and fame. The new drugs, a shame how it consumes us. But who's to blame, you or us? The truth is more confusing when you think about who was losing and who won. Too many niggas is stuck in the past, true enough. Living day to day, they never think about the future once. The truth is us, together we can move a mountain. Showering from the heavens till the grip will start to loosen up. You better listen up and figure out the who is what. Cause what I'm doing is more than music, it's true love.
When shit gets
That verse was a lot better. I know that was a different person, but like that verse was like kind of what I wanted out of this song. Was like intricate flow that like kept my attention. That was a lot better than the first verse. So points for that. Is there a third verse?
the realest, you're survival of the fittest.
There's no third verse. Okay, so that was War Poets. Now I Get It. I like the song they submitted last week better still, because the chorus in that last song that they submitted last week was so fucking good, bro. It was really, really good. This is fine. This is good. Like, it's not bad, but it's not like blowing my mind. The production's good. Like I said, you have a great ear for beats, and I think you should lean into that. But also, I think that the rapping in the first guy, like the guy in the second verse is a better rapper based on just this song alone. And I feel like I don't even really know what you do about this, because if you're a group, what I'm saying, it's kind of like there's always going to be one who's better than the other. and people resonate towards that. But then a lot of it too is understanding that like you can totally make the song better by adding, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. You can make the song better by putting more thought into the flow. And this is talking to the first rapper. Because the second guy, he nailed he understood the assignment. First one, not so much. And I feel like that might just be the way it is. That's the dynamic. And, the guy came in second and anchored it. So, I don't know. It's not the best advice that I've been giving on the show, but I just feel like the rapping could be better. And like, that's what takes me out. I think that everything else about the song is solid. It sounds good. There's good engineering, good mixing. The beat sounds good, but the rapping is just a little lackluster for me. I can tell that they're probably from maybe New York. I think when I did some diving on this is what I assessed. They have like that New York grime to their raps. Definitely like East Coast type of shit. So I'm curious to know like where they're from. I'm trying to see if I can very quickly assess this. They don't post their shit. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We're gonna keep it moving. Thank you for the submission. That was the War Poets with Now I Get It. We have 2 more songs left, and there's only 20 minutes before the submissions are closed. This is actually a rare occurrence to where we actually might get done before the submissions are closed. I don't know what I'm gonna do at that point. Like, do I just hang out with you guys for 10 minutes and see if another submission comes in just to keep it fair? Or do I just end the show early? I don't know. We'll find out. Up next is Inertia by Mindful Dissonance. They said, I hope you enjoyed this track. I recommend Perspicuous. I can't even pronounce that word, bro. Perspicuity? Perspicuity? I recommend Perspicuity as well. Thank you for your time. Okay. Let's bring this bitch up. You listening to Heat Check, girl? This is a vibe. I like it. I like how it makes me feel. It's very like kind of industrial kind of sounding, like very grimy, like very like dark and like gritty. And I like the way his vocals sound on it. If it sounds very like haunting almost. I dig this song. I like what he's trying to do with it. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. What they're trying to do with the song. This would go off with the right crowd. I think this is like one of those songs that you would play live. Like once you found your audience and you're on tour and like you just started doing like live beat sets and you started playing like this live, you would have a crowd for this. Totally. Kind of like futuristic goth kind of sound. Industrial kids would be into this. If you played the right venues in the right spots, you would get it popping. I think that this works. It's not necessarily my cup of tea in terms of the type of music that I listen to, but I recognize the potential that this song has. And it really, really comes down to is like the same issue that the other guy had, where this is another one of those personality tracks where you build a whole world around your music that the music is just a part of, that people want to be a part of. That's like going to be your tipping point. I don't need to hear the rest of the song. Let's go ahead and get into this last track though. Impossible by I Snap 850. Bussy 850. Let's get it. This is the last track of the night unless we get some more submissions, at which point I might just rant for 10 minutes. We'll see. Or I'll just cut it up. Cut it off. We'll see.
Hey, what it do? 850. Yeah. You know I like it smooth. Hey, hey. I know I got a dream like everybody else. I wanna see the lights. I need a little wealth, but I can't be like everybody else. If I need you, then I need you. I ain't in it for myself. If I never make it big, that don't mean I don't make hits. Cause you got more than me, that don't mean that I ain't shit. I'm gonna be who I am, gives a damn what they say. I'm gonna stimulate my mind with the loudest of hate. I'm gonna praise my own pawn, I'm gonna toot my own horn. When he conquer that he home, I'm gonna miss his fried corn. The days are passing by. Sometimes I just wanna stop. Will the ones I love be gone when I make it to the top? I'm just a country boy with big city dreams. When it's time for me to leave, I will my kids remember me. No, I am not a quitter. I will never ever stop. Cause nothing is impossible like this or not. Nothing is impossible. I can do anything. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Cause nothing is impossible. I can do anything. Can't nobody tell me different. Music on my mind till like John Wycliffe. Thanks to all the right people.
I'm not upset at this song. I like the production quite a bit. Can't talk straight. I like the production quite a bit. That guitar, that boom, boom, boom. The guitar is beautiful. I really like that. I wasn't a fan of like the beep, 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 beep noise because at first I thought this was gonna be like a snap era, like D Pharrell like type of song, like dead ass, like Laffy Taffy type of shit. But then when you came in with the rap and started rapping all introspective and shit, I'm like, okay. And then that guitar came in, I'm like, okay. And then the chorus is a little bit was fine, but this is solid work so far. Like this is surprisingly good.
That only made lefts. Thanks for all the rides. Maybe one day I'll check. MADISON 850. We the best. FLA where them rattlers and them gators be. Hurricane Seminoles. This where the bang 'em be. It's that time. Stay in line. Don't get in my way. You just know it now. I was the shit.
This reminds me of like back in the day when rappers, I mean everybody did this, but particularly rappers, like their rollouts were consisted of like 3 songs. I'm talking like late 2000s or late 99, late 90s, like mid 2000s, all the way up to like 2010. Like rappers used to have like 3 different songs, sometimes 4. The first single would be like the street single, not necessarily the big single, but like the one that kind of introduces the album and gets people like excited about it. And then you have your big hit single, like that's the best song on the album, that's the one that's going to sell the most records, that's the one that's going to get the most people's attention. And then you have either your introspective song or you have your love song, right? And sometimes those switch, kind of depends on what's going on. This is the introspective song single that would come out on the album associated with this project, if a project did exist for this song. This would be the introspective song. Again, at this point in time, you would already be like kind of near the end of your rollout, and this would probably be like your 4th single. That's like the vibe that I get. This is like what would keep drawing juice out of the crowd and the audience, but it's not necessarily strong enough to be like a massive lead single, but it would satiate the fans of you who want more content from you, but then also maybe draw in a few more numbers. If that makes any sense, the way I broke that down. I don't know. We'll listen to a few more seconds before we get out of here, though.
Shit yesterday, cause I'ma follow mine. Now you gon' follow yours. It's not given to the swift, but the one that endures. Bussy and a smooth beat. Now that's a great recipe. I see nobody better. Ain't nobody standing next to me. Dragon, Mad Bill, Fire Spritzer. I can't say the day. Stop listening to little. Let it be about you. Do your thing, it's lots of dope. And you can't tell me nothing, cause nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. I can do anything. Can't nobody tell me nothing, cause nothing is impossible. I can do anything. Can't nobody tell me different. Hey nephew, what it do, man? I know it seems hard, you know. Things go wrong sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even has like the little
you know what I'm saying?
motivational speech at the end of it.
That, you know what I'm saying? We grown by our thing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is impossible, nigga. We could do it, you know what I'm saying? Shit get hard, but we could do this shit all day, every day, nephew. Keep it up, do your thing, everything. Cause nothing is impossible. I can do anything. Cause nothing is impossible. I can do anything. Can't nobody tell me different.
Word. I went ahead and let that song play because I was actually working on doing a little something myself here on how we're gonna end this song out. Ooh. This last little part of the beat's like the best part of the beat. I like that part. They should have made that more prominent in the song, honestly. Anyways, so we're here at the end of tonight's night. And what I'm going to do is add one more song to this queue. Now, you may notice that the song in this queue has my name on it. That's me, Jaron Ikner. That's me. Yay. So we're going to close out this night since this is an early night and we got like 9 minutes left. I'm going to close it out with one of my songs. I'm actually planning on dropping this song here relatively soon. I have everything kind of lined up, but I've been just kind of pulled in so many different directions the last few, however long, that I have to like kind of, I want to make sure that this song, I really enjoy this song quite a bit. And I want to make sure that it has its proper rollout and like attention to it. This song is going to be on my next album, which is tentatively called Red. I might change that, but right now it's called Red because it is a companion album to Blue, which is the soundtrack score to my movie Impossible Colors. When is Impossible Colors coming out? I don't know yet. I'm trying to work on a few things here. The movie's done. It's been done for a while now, but we're going to try and submit to a few festivals. I'm going to try and pull a couple strings and put some things together to see about doing a preview. And then, you know, from there, we'll see what happens. But I'm kind of taking my time with it because I am still working on the music. I've been working on the music for a while now. I have like 13 songs, a couple of guest appearances on the album. I'm pretty excited about this project. So I'm going to share with y'all this track from my next album. It's called Garden. Like I said, I'm pretty proud of this track. I like this track quite a bit. And hopefully you enjoy it too. If not, that's also fine. But you can also judge me. I'm saying that this is your chance to do a heat check on me, I guess. And maybe you will hear like all the shit that I'm talking about when I talk about songs, like in terms of like the vocals being the star of the show, having a chorus arranged a certain way, things like that. Maybe you'll hear it, maybe you're not. So maybe treat this as an educational opportunity or use it as an opportunity to hate on me if you don't like my shit. That's fine too. So this is my track, Garden. After that, we'll probably wrap it up unless someone submits in the next 7 minutes, which is possible. I'm going to do this track and then we'll get out of here. So here we go.
Skulls and crossbones, open letters in the bottle, revoluting through the cycle, so regimes are always toppled. Digging up the dirt as the kings become the fossils, turning into diamonds when I'm sifting through the charcoal. Gossiping the gospel, I make them all apostles. Haters always sleeping, so I'm working through the hostel. Flow is so Picasso, surfing through the cosmos. They try to tell me knowing that the colors were impossible. Every single obstacle just made me unstoppable. Progressing on the journey, so I know I got a lot to go. Lock and load, when I take the aim, it's a shot to blow. Watch them go, try to cheat the game, but we got the code. You can have the talent, but do you really got the soul? Running yellow lights, nah, we don't do the stop and go. Spent those long nights, trying not to stop the show. Harvesting the garden from the seeds that we got to grow. I plant my seeds in the garden, put the water on the leaves. I put my soul in the soil, and my heart on my sleeves. Put the sun in my eyes and the dirt under my feet. I cultivate the land with the breath that I breathe. I plant my seeds in the garden, put the water on the leaves. I put my soul in the soil, and my heart on my sleeves. Put the sun in my eyes and the dirt under my feet. I cultivate the land with the breath that I breathe. Thoughts are like leaves when they falling off the trees. Salmon in the water when I'm moving up the streams. Running river waters with the silver tongue. Rusty silver spoon when I tune, it's a different tone. With the petals of the rose, pollinated with the pain. I fly like an eagle with the kisses in the rain. Great tower on the seas, traversing through the plains. And I age before my time, yeah, I heard of stranger things. I can hear your silence through the chaos and the riots. Politicians lying when they monetize the violence. Ignoring all the math and denying all the science. They wanna kill your spirit just to knock you off alignment. Trapped inside a garden as the walls are caving in. Turning oil into ink when I'm spilling with my pen. It's hard to grow a petal when your roots are paper thin. A flower in the shade, craving sun upon my skin. I plant my seeds in the garden, put the water on the leaves. I put my soul in the soil, and my heart on my sleeves. Put the sun in my eyes and the dirt under my feet. I cultivate the land with the breath that I breathe. I plant my seeds in the garden, put the water on the leaves. I put my soul in the soil, and my heart on my sleeves. Put the sun in my eyes and the dirt under my feet. I cultivate the land with the breath that I breathe.
Woo! Okay, that's enough. So yeah, that was me. That was my track. That was Jaron Ikner, this guy right here with Garden. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna drop that. Like, it should have actually been out by now, but I've been, like I said, I've been just like not focused on music as much, like making music as much. I can expect it to drop maybe sometime next couple weeks. I have everything else done. I got music videos. I got all kinds of assets ready. I just got to put it out. So maybe next week. And during that time, we got one more song submission. I think this is the guy who submitted the beat earlier, 2 Cents. Oh no, this is the guy who did the guitar. Okay. Well, typically I wouldn't listen to this because we only get one submission for free per. But fuck it. We'll see what you got. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I think it's the same kind of thing. I think that you have a talent. You know how to play guitar. You can make some cool sounds with it, but you still have to envision where you want to be with that sound. When I hear this particular track, I hear like background music. Like I said, like you could probably make a killing just freestyling guitars at wineries and wine bars, and maybe having like an acoustic night where you're just jamming out. Now, the problem with that is that you kind of also need to be able to play like other songs, because people aren't going to sit here and listen to you freestyle a guitar for like 4 hours. But if you like throw in like a Wonderwall or like a Stairway to Heaven, not Stairway to Heaven, but like throw in like some familiar songs every once in a while, like in between like you like doing the freestyles, you could probably make a bag doing a weekly at a wine bar and make like $300 a night playing for 4 hours just doing this, and people will love it. I've seen people do this. This is why I'm speaking from experience, from what I know people have done this exact thing. So that's just a suggestion, but really this depends on what you want to do. Because like I said before, like if you are trying to be this famous guitarist everybody knows, and you need to hop on a band and be a part of a bigger team. If you're trying to be solo as a guitarist, hard route, but that comes down to the personality route and like building a world around your music. If you just want to be heard, go out and play live more at open mics, maybe try and land yourself a booking at a bar or like some place that allows like live music to like flourish. That'd be my 2 cents. And with that said, let me actually close this real quick. Bow. Submissions are closed. And that worked out. Nice. Just nice. That was a nice episode. Lots of good music. Lots of interesting sounds. I always love doing the heat check. Like I said, every episode, I look forward to this every Monday night. It's like one of the few things in my life I'm looking forward to right now, where I'm like, oh shit, it's Monday. I gotta get the heat check together. I get to listen to new music and kind of hang out for a couple hours. So thank you all for submitting your music to the heat check every week, to where I can get a good chance to listen to your music and you get some good feedback. It's such a good symbiotic relationship we have going on here, man. So let's keep it going. We'll be back again next Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will change in a couple of weeks here with daylight savings time, because we'll go back to, actually don't know how that will work when it happens, but because I'm in Arizona, so we don't move. So my time is different every 6 months. It changes. With that said, I'll see you all next week. I love you all. He checked. Oh, a couple of housekeeping notes. One, go follow me on Spotify. If you go into my description, you can see a link to my bio on Spotify. Give me a follow. I'm appreciating that. We actually just crossed 1,000 followers on Spotify like not too long ago. I didn't celebrate that. I'm celebrating it now. Yay. That's a win. That's dope. And I got like consistent listeners listening to my music, which is kind of cool, from all over the world. And I think a lot of that is in part to the heat check. So that's kind of the point. If you want to experience my album, Wishes Are Never Perfect, hit the link for wishesareneverperfect.com. It's its own website. There is a book, an album, an app, and a movie. I use AI to make the movie. No problem admitting that or saying that. So go check that out. I'm actually working on a video game. I'm actually finalizing a video game right now. Matter of fact, because I'm feeling randy, I'm going to give you all the briefest of previews of my new video game. Like a very, very brief preview. Like a teaser almost of my video game. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Let's do it. Like I'm just gonna play a level. No, that's probably too much. Let's show. I don't want to show the world map. I'm literally just gonna show like a little bit of like one level. Let's see. Boom. Cool. So, first time showing this off to anybody. This is what I've been working on with my new game, Wishes Never Perfect, which is a side scroller. Dude shoots fireballs. He does flips. He's going around collecting and destroying enemies. We got explosions and shit going on. Check up flags, but the idea is that you're supposed to collect the 3 crystals from each map which allows you to pass. I haven't found any crystals yet, so this is not working in my favor. And this game, like me even showing this right now is crazy because like we still have a lot of work to do in this game, like quite a bit of work. So this is like maybe like, I don't know, like 60% done. So this game might look a lot different when it finally does come out. But what I wanted to show you guys as one of the features, I'm collecting all these little orbs here, right? And this might not have been the best level to show you guys, actually. But you have to collect all the lamp fragments. This one right there, too. And I don't think the music's set up, so you can't hear any of the sound effects. But it will have original music. See if I can get this here. So once you fill up your meter and you press this button, you get to turn into a genie. And the genie has a super duper blast that fucks shit up. So that's that. That's all I'm going to show you for now. I feel like I may have even showed too much, to be honest. But the game's going to have like 60 levels. It's really inspired by like Super Mario Brothers, like Super Mario World, and games like Strider, Mega Man. It has like a really intense 2D aesthetic, like retro, like intense. Like we go like full retro 2D on this game. I'm trying to get the game out by November. I'm not sure if it will be before GTA or after GTA 6, but that's what I'm pushing for. I've been putting like a lot of effort into this game. I probably put like a good like 2 or 3 hours in the game every day, just polishing it, like adding new features and like testing it and stuff like that. I'm pretty excited for it, so look for that. The game is called Wishes Are Never Perfect, after my album and my movie and all that, and it will be added to that website, wishesneverperfect.com, as my goal with that project was to create an entire media universe around this concept. So we have the movie, we have the video game, we got the app that you can download, the music obviously, and then there's a book. So we're hitting all the mediums that we could hit with this particular project. So that's cool. Go support me on that when that drops, or not, that's fine. We're going to try and get it out on Steam, so you can buy it on Steam if you're a PC guy. It does have controller support, so yeah, that's that. Anywho, let's go ahead and get up out of here. I think we had a good episode. I think we're done. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. We will be back again next Monday with another episode of The Heat Check. So until then, keep polishing them songs and keep making your shit sound good. And I'll be here to listen to it. I love you all. Thanks for listening and participating. I will see you all very, very soon. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye. Where's my button at? There it is. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Starstruck.
I love you all.
It's your boy. Let's go.
I will see you all.
I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. I bled from the paper cuts, folding origami cranes. I try to make 1,000 whistles so I can heal the pain. Fold it up, let it rearrange. Cash it out, you can keep the change. Flow origami, every fold is a lesson.